I literally thought like there was a bomb and the building exploded and that was the last of it. I thought we were dead.
Tonight at 9, a car slams into a Virginia salon. The driver suffered serious injuries. What the business owner witnessed, we're live on scene near the broken glass. And celebrating DC culture today, the large turnout for the H Street Festival happens every year. Dancing, DJs, food, and fun. We've got the sights and sounds from Northeast earlier today.
And tonight I've been tracking a few severe storms across the area. We'll talk if we have any more left in the forecast and what to expect for tomorrow on Sunday. That's all coming up with my full 7-day.
Also coming up, vying for your vote. Maryland's hotly contested U.S. Senate seat up for grabs. The exclusive poll from DC News Now on the state of the race between Larry Hogan and Angela Alsobrooks. Plus, we're stretching your dollar. How grocery prices fared to start the week at 3 popular supermarkets. Plus, the free Wi-Fi offered to travelers. We're finding you ways to save.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Saturday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Before we get to your top story, Maryland police are investigating a deadly shooting overnight in Capitol Heights. Officials responded to Xenia Avenue around 1 o'clock this morning. It's there that police say that they found a man who was shot, sent to the hospital where he died. Police are asking anyone with information to give them a call. In D.C., police are looking into a case. A man was shot and killed in Northeast overnight. They were sent to Quarles Street around 11 p.m. yesterday. Very limited information at this hour. That investigation is ongoing. Well, in Virginia, Alexandria police say that a man was killed today while trimming a tree and electrocuted just this morning. Officials responded to West Mount Ida Avenue around 10 a.m. in the Del Rey neighborhood. There they found the professional tree trimmer unresponsive. He died on scene. Dominion Energy has cleared the area of any electrical hazards. Time is 9:02. A look at the forecast right now with Scott Turner. Scott, you're tracking some rain that's moving in and out of the D.C. region.
Yeah, as I just said a couple of minutes ago here, no severe weather, thankfully. But you do notice here some bands of rainfall totals that picked up to over 2 inches or around 2 inches here. Notice that coming out of West Virginia and into Virginia, seeing around Winchester 2 inches of rain. And that was one storm that was labeled severe. So right now, there it is. Doesn't look very severe to me. It's just a rainstorm as we speak. But if we went back a little while, you can see about half an hour, 35 minutes ago, it was in Loudoun County, coming out of Clark and coming out of parts of Frederick County in Northern Virginia. But that, again, that's the heaviest. These other activity that's south of the region, well, that is just that, south of the region. It is also heavy and moving away here. And over the next hour or so, that cell that's out towards Loudoun County and Montgomery County will hug the Potomac and move into D.C. itself. So with that said, we've got a cooler start to fall. Fall starts tomorrow, on and off showers and some more rain next Wednesday with another front. I'll talk about that coming up.
All right, Scott, back to your top story. 2 Pentagon City businesses remain closed tonight. There is no word when they will reopen their doors. Forced to close after that car slammed into the side of a building just earlier this afternoon. Glass shattered everywhere. Our Dave Laval joins us along 12th Street where this all unfolded. Dave, what can you tell us?
Good evening to you, Ben. Well, what we can tell you is that the cleanup has wrapped up here on the first floor of the Lenox Club Apartments, as there is still no word yet as to what caused that driver to slam into 2 businesses.
All of a sudden you hear like a boom. It sounded like an explosion.
Maha Hamden recalls the moments a car slammed into her posh salon and Lenox Nails next door.
I thought I died. I literally thought like there was a bomb and the building exploded and that was the last of it. I thought we were dead.
Hamden took care of a client when a driver careened into her shop shortly after 1 p.m. Saturday.
Glasses flying everywhere, smoke, gas.
Hamden says the car caught on fire as people passing by helped the driver out of the car before firefighters arrived.
Crazy. You wonder what happened, like how a car could jump the curb and be inside of the salon so quickly.
Arlington County firefighters took the unidentified female driver to the hospital with serious injuries. There's been no update on her condition. No other injuries have been reported. Meanwhile, Hamden is not worried about what she'll do next.
I'm taking a vacation. That's what that means. You can't work.
And this is the second time this building has been involved in a crash. A bus slammed into the south side of the building, that's around the corner from where we're standing, back in March 2017 and injured 3 people, though none of those injuries were serious. We're live in Pentagon City in Arlington. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Plenty of cleanup there, Dave. Thank you. All right, new details out of the now closed Boar's Head meat plant in Virginia. Former sanitation manager is speaking out about the deadly listeria outbreak there. Reports say the Jarrett plant had bugs, mold, blood puddles on the floor, and meat buildup on the walls. Terrence Boyce says he was the first and last employee to fill the sanitation manager role. He was hired in January of 2023 and let go months later in August. He says he noticed flaws in the plant's procedures almost immediately, alleging that Boar's Head was not properly performing at least 3 of the 5 steps in a standard cleaning procedure.
It was ran by a bunch of 40-year veterans, 35-year veterans who probably had no continuous improvement training. They just did what they knew. If you push against management, I think you become a target.
The USDA says a federal investigation has been launched into the Boar's Head plant. Staying in the Commonwealth, Naresh Bhatt will remain behind bars. The Manassas Park man accused of killing and hiding his wife's body has been denied bond yet again. Prosecutors accuse Naresh of killing Mamta Kafal Bhatt. Prosecutors say he dismembered her body, put it in bags, and disposed of it across northern Virginia. Supporters of the missing mother held a rally for her after her husband's latest court appearance. They're calling for prosecutors to charge Naresh with aggravated murder and make sure that he's kept away from his daughter.
It's been stated into evidence that she was murdered, dismembered, and disposed of like garbage. And I have news for you. She's not garbage.
Naresh Bhatt's trial is set for December the 9th. As of now, his wife's body has not been found. She's been missing since late July. Well, DC News Now is your local election headquarters. The battle for Maryland's Senate seat is heating up. A new DC News Now poll shows Angela Alsobrooks is leading Larry Hogan right now in this tight race. DC News Now's Randy Bass has analysis from political experts and reaction from voters.
New DC News Now polling numbers show Democratic Prince George's County Executive Angela Alsobrooks holding a 7-point lead over former Maryland Governor Republican Larry Hogan. Alsobrooks nearing that 50% mark, and political analysts we talked to say it shouldn't be hard for Alsobrooks to secure her spot in the Capitol. Right now, new numbers have Angela Alsobrooks sitting at 49% of the vote to Larry Hogan's 42%, 9% still undecided. Those poll numbers out today from a DC News Now, Emerson College, and the Hill survey. The contentious matchup has big implications in our own backyard and on the national stage. Party power hanging in the balance as Democrats hope Alsobrooks can hang on to their blue Senate seat in Maryland, and Republicans look to flip it red for Hogan. Dr. Larry Sabato is with the UVA Center for Politics. He thinks Alsobrooks can cash in on Vice President Kamala Harris' major polling momentum in Maryland and ride her coattails all the way to the finish line.
President Trump is in the 30s and Kamala Harris is in the 60s. It's going to be a landslide for Kamala Harris. And that makes it even more difficult for any Republican candidate, even a very popular candidate like Governor Hogan, to win.
With 9% of voters left undecided, Sabato doesn't think those final few votes will really come into play when deciding the outcome of the election.
The way things have worked out, with Democrats returning to their corner and Republicans returning to their corner, we're not going to see anything fundamental change between now and November 5th.
We caught up with voters in Montgomery and Prince George's County today for their take.
I know the best one will succeed, and so far they're both very good, so I will not go wrong with either choice.
There's been a little uptick in the importance of this election, and people are motivated to get out to vote.
On Capitol Hill, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Randy. Staying in the district, it was the day folks across the nation's capital have been waiting for. The H Street Festival was back. The festival returned for its 19th year, spanning 12 blocks, showing off the district's diverse music, fashion, and food scene. What started as a block party back in 2005 has now grown into an event that sees over 150,000 people all come together in Northeast. Some people we spoke to say that they use the event to find hidden gems in D.C.
A lot of black vendors, a lot of black shops down here that we might not be familiar with, a lot of up-and-coming vendors that starting their brand that are introducing it to the black community.
Local business owners say that they look forward to the festival as it marks one of their busiest days of the year. All right, in Maryland, Prince George's County officials are inviting the community to learn more about living healthier lifestyles. Today, the first ever Health, Wellness, and Opportunities Expo in Capitol Heights. The event showcased the latest health tech and connected those in attendance with health resources locally.
And I think we need to do better to really support our community health agencies. I think we need to be more accessible. A lot of people just don't know where the resources are, and I think we need to really just do a job of, providing those resources so everybody can get the same information.
People who stopped by at the expo also received free health screenings. Good work done there. Still to come.